pregame show.
Welcome.
At the small forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 20, Quincy Poindexter. Starting at center, standing 7'2", number 42, Alexis Ajinça. At guard 6'4" from UCLA, number 11, Drew Holiday. At guard 6'4" from Indiana, number 10, Eric Gordon. And at forward 6'10" from Kentucky, number 23, Anthony Davis. Your home team head coach is Alvin Gentry.
We're coming at you from beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, as the Pelicans prepare to take the court. Celtics are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing, going up against a capable opponent. But you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
And you know, for the Celtics, it has taken no time for them to come together as a team. I mean, no time. There wasn't much being said about them preseason, but now everybody's got them in their radar.
Well, they couldn't have asked for a better start to their campaign. I mean, give credit to the coaching staff for customizing a game plan and system suited to the talent.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jordan. And it's Crowder in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Thomas. Shot clock at 5. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Poindexter's got the first points up on the board tonight here for New Orleans.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that was something the Celtics needed, adding Thomas, a player that could come in and provide Clark instant offense for them off the bench.
And, Kevin, I think that was a turning point for them last year. I mean, they saw that they had a chance to make a big leap forward after the trade and responded accordingly. Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Thomas kicks to Bradley. Sullinger the screen. Bradley against Gordon. The pass to Sullinger. And stolen by Gordon. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Gordon.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
Here's Crowder after Drew Holiday's score. It's hauled in by Gordon. Kicks to Holiday. Crowder pulls it in.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside Thomas. Down low, Sullinger. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
The Celtics have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. The feed now to Crowder. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feed.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Thomas against Holiday. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. He dishes it to Davis. Can't get it to go. Good D by Sullinger. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Pass to Bradley. Fires for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And here is Davis. After Avery Bradley was able to get the triple, he had a nice open look right there. Pondexter's got 5.
It's like they forgot that anybody else is on the floor. They're just going at each other right now.
I know it's a team game, but every now and then, guys detour into the one-on-one action that we've got on our hands right now.
Here's Bradley, and the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. Thomas against Holiday. And Davis sends it back. Outside Gordon. He feeds it to Holiday. Holiday, a screen on Thomas. Gordon, the pass to Davis. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Outside Bradley. Feeds to Sullinger. And Davis sends it back. Holiday attacking. The shot misses. Boston trailing. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Sullinger the screen. Outside Bradley. It's tipped. Here's Pondexter. 5 points in the game. Right side Gordon. And that one's good.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Now Bradley. An 11-point game for him in the win against San Antonio.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
It's blocked. And here's Gordon. Ajinça kicks to Howard. Passes it to Gordon. And it's Davis at the elbow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And yes, sir, that one drops. Davis has got his first bucket of the night.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Sullinger. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Perkins is checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Anderson comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Tony Douglas is checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Ish Smith in for Drew Holiday. And a new group in for the Celtics. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jordan. Bielitsa comes in for Jared Sullinger. Turner's checked in for Crowder. And it's C.J. Miles in for Avery Bradley. Smith left side. Goes up the baseline. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Here is Miles. He's coming off a 19-point game against San Antonio.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now, here is Smith. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Hunter's checked in for Thomas. And so it's New Orleans with it, leading by 5. Left side, Davis. Clock at 6. Can't hit. And it's Boston the other way, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
An interconference matchup. Last season, they went 2-0 against this club.
Hey, guys, when you've got two teams like these on the playoff bubble, every game matters. This should be a good one.
Smith with it, looking for his first basket still in this one. Well, New Orleans is still a relatively young team, but they play with the maturity, I think, Clark, that's beyond their years.
You know, Kevin, the average age for them last year was just over 25 years old, and the youngest team in the West, actually, to make it to the playoffs last year.
Celtics trail by 3. Now here's Turner. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Dishes it to Miles. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Miles has got his second bucket of the night. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Alvin Gentry. He told me it's a fun challenge trying to slow down a team that's so cagey and opportunistic offensively. He said, of course we've done our scouting, but this is the first time we've seen them firsthand this season. So it'll be interesting to see if we can take them out of their sets and slow them down at that end. Guys, they'll have to be solid defensively. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, it really makes sense to have their defense poised to deal with the great shooters on the floor tonight.
It really does. If they can't keep the damage done by those guys to a minimum, then it's going to be a long night.
No secret about that. I mean, when they're able to get into a rhythm shooting the ball, they can put a lot of points on the board in a hurry.
Cole's checked in for Ish Smith. That one drops. He ties it up. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
Now here's Davis. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Davis has got his second bucket. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Turner. Pass to Hunter. Pick by Zeller. Shot clock at 6. Back to Turner. Here's Miles. No luck. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. His scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage, too. So really solid production in his first couple of years.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
Well, this is really one of the nicer buildings in the NBA, right downtown, Clark, this home of the Pelicans across from the Superdome.
Kevin, you're always worried about how close we are to Bourbon Street when we come here, man. But, yeah, this was a fortress for the Pelicans last season as they won some big games here, for sure.
Now here's Turner. 8 points his last outing. Good. Hunter's got it all tied up now for Boston.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Cole. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Perkins dishes to Anderson. Releases. Here's Davis. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Here's Turner following the score by New Orleans. Perkins pulls it in.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Anderson after the miss from Evan Turner. Cole, the pass to Anderson. And another three for New Orleans.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Now here's Turner. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Pelicans ball.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. Davis kicks to Douglas. Davis setting the pick for Douglas. Anderson outside. The dish to Davis. Back to Anderson. 4 on the clock. Cole's shot is good. And now a 7-point New Orleans lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Miles, that's good.
For 3.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pelicans ahead, leading by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Check it out.
And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that...
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stock bucket.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's gain and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
this is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they've blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, for me.
Yeah, or handball.
Like or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Gordon can't get it to go. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Dexter with it, defended by Crowder. Gordon dishes to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Tipped away. Stolen by Thomas. Stolen by Anderson. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Drew Holiday is checked in for New Orleans. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Dexter, the pass to Anderson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Holiday against Thomas. 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Gordon. That's short off the rim. Celtics trail by 5. In the corner, Bradley with it. Back to Thomas. Inside. And Sullinger with the basket on the assist by Thomas. 6 points for Jared Sullinger.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Thomas against Holiday. Jordan with the screen on Holiday. Thomas kicks to Jordan. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Bradley against Gordon. He kicks to Dexter. Rebounded by the Celtics.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Outside Thomas. The pass to Sullinger. Kicks it to Jordan. It's stolen by Ajinça. Pushing it up. Here's Gordon. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Boston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. The feed to Bradley. Puts it up from 12. Gordon with the defensive effort. Pelicans leading by 5. Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Here's Thomas after Eric Gordon's bucket. Now Thomas. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Jordan kicks to Bradley. Boston again missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
To the left wing. Shot from 16. And Anderson gets it to go. And now it's a 9-point New Orleans lead.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Bradley dishes to Sullinger. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Anthony Davis comes in for Anderson, and it's Norris Cole in for Quincy Pondexter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And here is Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Thomas with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes. Entered the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Boston making a switch here. Zeller, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Bielitsa comes in for Sullinger. Hunter's checked in for Crowder. And Turner subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And it's Davis missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Pass to Zeller. It's stolen by Davis. Holiday goes in, and the foul goes against Boston.
And for most every team out there, guys, they're looking for a guy like C.J. Miles. Decent size, natural movement skills, and can absolutely shoot the lights out. Call them buckets, because that's a lethal formula.
Tony Douglas is checked in for New Orleans. Now here's Perkins. Got a hand on it. Now here's Turner. Passes it to Bielitsa. Down low. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Tyler Zeller.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Perkins on top. He's covered by Zeller. Here's Douglas. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Puts up the baby hook, and it's Davis missing. Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Bielitsa. Shoots the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Douglas kicks to Davis. He dishes it to Cole. 14 feet away. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. That's now 8 points for Eric Gordon.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And Turner kicks to Zeller. Six on the shot clock from 7. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And while we have a second, let's see which squads have topped the league in assists during the past month. Number 1, the Celtics.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Smith has checked in. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
The Pelicans have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Another away from home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their road play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
Here is Miles. He's got 11. And stolen by Perkins. Oh, and here's Douglas all alone. And the shot is good. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Turner up top. Covered by Smith. Turner passes to Miles. Second chance shot, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Take a look here at what Miles has been doing. He's got 11 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
And he sinks the second. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second-best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Now here's Douglas. Back to Davis. Top of the key. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire. Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
That's good. Davis has got 14 points.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Turner. The pass to Bielitsa. And stolen by Perkins. Cole dishes to Smith. Perkins with the screen. Off the screen. And Turner with the block. 44 seconds left in the first half. He feeds it to Zeller. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Perkins. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Pondexter comes in for Tony Douglas. Smith against Turner, and it's Smith penetrating, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressive and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Now Turner feeds it to Miles. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's had 7 tries at the line, made 5.
C.J. Miles.
That free throw, no good.
He's only got half of the equation right, Kevin. He's getting to the free throw line often, but he's not making enough of them.
And the second free throw, good. And so here is New Orleans. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And the first half comes to a conclusion.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Will be a tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 14 points, 2 block shots, and 3 rebounds. His great performance. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. And it's Ajinça in at the 5. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half.
CELTICS foul.
And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of 2 halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
Now, here's Thomas. Jordan sets the pick for Thomas. Jordan at the elbow. Dishes to Sullinger. Holiday against Thomas. Back to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, is really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Here's Thomas after Drew Holiday's score. Crowder kicks to Sullinger. Bradley, no one around him. That one's good from the corner. Bradley's got 5 now.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy.
Outside Thomas. Holiday against Bradley. Here's the dish to Sullinger. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And for Holiday, I love his effort. He works extremely hard. His injuries, no fault of his own, just a run of misfortune. Let's hope this talented young man can turn it around and keep it turned around from a health standpoint.
Now here's Thomas. He hits Sullinger with the drive.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Davis. Rebound, Boston. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Celtics trail by 4. Thomas with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Jordan the pass to Thomas. A good look from Bradley. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Holiday against Thomas. Pondexter from outside. And that one's good. Pondexter's got 13 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Thomas against Holiday. And here is Thomas. At the elbow, Sullinger. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Sullinger's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play. And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to get help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Here's Pondexter. He's got 13. Davis with a screen on Bradley. Three-pointer, Pondexter. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or he'll give up points in a hurry.
Now, here's Thomas. He kicks it to Crowder. Lots of room. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 9th assist in the game now.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Thomas. Kicks it to Sullinger. It's Bradley on the wing. Jacks up a 3. A shot by Crowder, no good.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's foul number 2 for him. New Orleans making some changes here. Perkins comes in for Alexis Ajinci. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Quincy Pondexter. Zeller, he's checked in for Boston. C.J. Miles comes in for Avery Bradley. Here's Davis. Here's Perkins. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Perkins got his 2nd basket of the game.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Now here's Crowder. 5 points in the game. Over to the wing. 11 feet away. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Miles. New Orleans gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Crowder with the steal. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals. That allows you to get out in transition.
Douglas. And Boston with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Zeller setting the pick for Thomas. Right wing. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Perkins got his 3rd rebound on the night. Holiday dishes to Perkins. And there's the feed to Gordon. Oh, trying for it. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Anderson, he's checked in for Perkins. Coles comes in for Tony Douglas. And Smith subbed in for Drew Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans. Celtics trail by 4. Thomas with the ball. Sullinger the screen. Crowder kicks to Sullinger. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Now here's Gordon. 8 points for him. The baseline J. Again, the miss by Gordon. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Cole. He's covered by Zeller. Cole's shot is good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And Boston has possession following the score by New Orleans. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
Smith the pass to Cole. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Gordon. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Shot's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Hunter comes in for Crowder. And it's Turner in for Isaiah Thomas. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 9 points for Tyler Zeller.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Now here's Turner. Pass to Zeller. The second effort. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Boston making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Smith kicks to Gordon. Gordon with a screen on Bradley. Cole dishes to Anderson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Anderson's got 7 points. Boston trailing. Turner up top. Covered by Smith. Davis with the double team. And Turner kicks to Zeller. And he goes in for the dunk.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Here's Cole. 5 points in the game. Passes to Anderson. The turnaround Jay. Rebound by Bielitsa. Bielitsa's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now here's Turner. Zeller, a screen on Smith. Pass to Bielitsa. Just 5 to shoot. And he misses the go-ahead basket. New Orleans gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Cole, the pass to Anderson. He dishes it to Cole. Anderson, a screen on Bradley. Gordon with no one around. Off target from 3-point range. Boston's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Gordon against Bradley. Now the pass to Zeller. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Pelicans trail. Smith outside. And it's Davis at the elbow. Tries it from 9. And off the front island, and in it goes. Davis has got 16.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
1:56 left in the third quarter of the game. There's the pick. And Turner kicks to Bradley. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for the Pelicans. Pondexter comes in for Eric Gordon. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Celtics. Now here is Smith. And he makes good on the layup. Smith's got his second bucket of the night. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Turner. The Pelicans make their last shot. Outside Bradley. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. Can't get it to fall. New Orleans in the lead. The drive by Smith. And Turner with the block. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Here is Anderson. 7 points in the game. Anderson is screen on Turner. Back to Anderson. Shoots off the screen. No good. And the Celtics going the other way now.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
The Elitza misses. New Orleans has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Smith against Turner. Smith kicks to Cole. Here's Anderson, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. For New Orleans, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7, and the first one drops.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for C.J. Miles.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now Turner. To the inside. Bielitsa. Sweet little floater. Bielitsa's got 7 points.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. New Orleans on top. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And here is Thomas. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Jay Crowder out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Now here is Holiday. They set the pick. He feeds it to Anderson. 5 to shoot. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, You can mark those up for him.
Thomas against Holiday. Thomas dishes to Jordan. Bradley kicks to Crowder. Not enough on that one as it misses. Pelicans leading by 4. New Orleans making a switch here. Gordon's checked in.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for your Pelicans. Eric Gordon.
Here's Holiday. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Celtics trail by 4. Thomas with the ball. Outside Bradley. Sullinger the screen. No one near him. Rebound by Pondexter. New Orleans has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Davis is checked in for Ryan Anderson. And the basket by Gordon.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Pelicans leading by 5. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
Now, here's Thomas. Jordan the screen. Holiday against Thomas. Here's Bradley. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
There's the pick. Gordon the pass to Holiday. To the paint. Here's Davis. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And Anthony Davis growing up in the rough south side of Chicago because of the violence. His father didn't let him venture to the playground. Instead, he built a basketball court in the backyard. This young man has come a long way.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here, see if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
And Davis stayed around the game in grade school. He'd keep the clock, sell the tickets, even someone said sell nachos.
Humble beginnings, partner, humble beginnings. Didn't even dream of NBA stardom. Said he wanted to be a high school coach. Obviously, things have changed now.
Now here's Thomas, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Outside Thomas. Feeds to Crowder. Jordan dishes to Crowder. That's tipped. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Holiday. And a missed layup. Celtics trail by 5. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Ajinça. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now here's Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Thomas kicks to Miles. Clock at 4. And it's blocked by Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Welcome back to the FIBA World Championships.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And as a coach, that's the kind of turnover that drives you nuts.
And, Greg, there's no reason for that turnover to happen. It's just inexcusable.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And, you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
From 10 feet out, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Sullinger outside. Back to Thomas. Sullinger a screen on Holiday. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Rebounded by Ajinça. Ajinça's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Pelicans leading by 5. Outside Gordon. Davis sets a screen. Now here is Holiday. Clock at 6. Good D by Sullinger.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And here's Miles outside. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead. New Orleans has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Here's Pondexter, defended by Crowder. Pondexter, the pass to Holiday. Holiday with another miss.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Now Jordan following Drew Holiday's 3-point attempt. Outside for Thomas. Dishes to Sullinger. Jordan the pass to Crowder. And again, Boston with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And it's 13 points for Drew Holiday.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Thomas. The shot by Sullinger, wide open. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
The drive by Gordon. And Boston with the rebound. Sullinger's got his 5th rebound in this one. The Celtics on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Sullinger the screen. Out left to the wing. It's tipped. Stolen by Holiday. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Holiday is running. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Here's Crowder. Poke loose.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pondexter kicks to Davis. There's Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. Sullinger the screen. Here's Thomas to the middle, lock at 6. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And last season, the Pelicans made it into the playoffs. I mean, could have had an easier road to get there if they were stronger against the Eastern Conference.
First free throw is good. And the Pelicans were solid against the East, Clark. 16 and 14. But as Greg was just saying, a lot of games left on the table for them.
Well, they had the lowest win total against the East of any Western playoff team. Really, the Pelicans were lucky to get in, given how many games they gave away against the East.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's Davis. And here's Gordon from outside. Good. Gordon's got 9 points in the quarter. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now here is Holiday. And another 3 for New Orleans.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Thomas against Holiday. Now Thomas. Inside. Shoots from the right block. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. No good on the free throw.
At the line for the Cubs,
He hits the second from the line. And here's Holiday. In the corner, it's Gordon. Rebound, Boston. Thomas with the ball. To the inside. Sullinger, no good. New Orleans in the lead. Outside Holiday. The dish to Ajinça. New Orleans moving it around. Sullinger against Holiday. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Holiday's got 8 here in the quarter. Here is Thomas. .158 left in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Bradley. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Look at what Bradley has done so far. He's got 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And the Celtics making a change here. Crowder's checked in.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
It's Davis with the drive, and it's blocked by Jordan. Celtics trail by 3, and pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Bradley, and it's blocked by Gordon. 1:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Davis against Jordan. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's now 20 points for Davis. Now here's Bradley. Sullinger the screen. Here's Miles. Boston again missing.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Jordan the screen. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Kicks it to Davis. Another shot, Ajinça, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
2 shots.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Pondexter dishes to Ajinça. Tries yet again. It's in!
You can't let them recover their missed free throws. Lucky break for the offense.
Here's Boston now.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well. That's what I like. A nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness. Physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Now here is Holiday. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Just 5 on the clock. The feed now to Davis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shooting for New Orleans.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 4. 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send the top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're leading by 2. Just 4 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Gordon, the pass to Holiday. And now they foul and stop the clock.
You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
And that's curtains for them. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, it's going to take them a miracle here, Kevin. I guess you fire up the quick 3 and then try to foul, but this is over. Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Aaron Gordon.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Drew Holiday. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.